Hi, Charles SirBookSage here, with a kind of impromptu Sunday vlog. You know what? I actually need to change my shirt in a minute. I was scrubbing the bathroom floor, Southeast Florida, so it's pretty hot, and I need to change my shirt, so hang on just a sec. Okay, that's much better. So I originally planned to film another one of my Song of Ice and Fire Winds of Winter Theory videos today. Not really ready for that video yet. I still have a few things to kind of dial in. So I figured, what the hell, I might as well just do an impromptu vlog. So I attempted to film myself just doing some housework, chores, but that's not something I ever really filmed myself. So yeah, I picked probably the worst possible places to put the camera to film any of that. So pretty much everything I filmed, except for maybe a few seconds of me scrubbing the bathroom floor, which you're probably seeing here. That's about all that came out of all the footage I filmed. So if I want to actually do any kind of like vlogging like that, where it's time-lapse stuff, where, you know all that stuff, I probably need to practice and pay a lot more attention to where to actually set the camera. I had originally planned to read today. I'm actually reading the first Mistborn book, and I'm reading Malazan's House of Chains. I'm just over 300 pages into Malazan, and maybe about 80 pages into the Mistborn book. Both I'm really, really enjoying. The House of Chains started a little slow. It's a brand new character, new place, and he was just kind of like this one-note kind of person. And it wasn't until, then minor spoiler, wasn't until he gets captured where it really started getting interesting. And now I'm really into it already and invested. From what I've seen from some people, House of Chains is kind of a letdown, but I don't know if it's the book itself isn't as good as the others, or does it just have the misfortune of following Memories of Ice, which to me is one of the best fantasy books I've ever read from any series. So I don't know if that's why some people seem to struggle a little more with House of Chains, other than maybe that first probably 80 to 90 pages until I really got into it. But now, like I said, I'm over 300 pages and really, really enjoying it so far, and looking forward to seeing where in the world this particular book is going to take this overall story. Oh man, it is hot, because I turned off the air conditioning and I turned off the fan to film, and I'm already like, I like the heat, so not too bad. I've actually spent the day so far, since I wasn't reading like I'd planned. I like to write as well, so I haven't been writing today either, but it's been more of just reorganizing files. The current draft of this story, which is a story I came up with a long, long time ago, like late 70s, started writing I think in 81. The Word docs that they're in have been like copied over the past, how many years and years and years? I don't know what I was writing in then. It might have been like Apple Docs or something, or AppleWorks, and eventually converted it into a very early version of Word. So I've since been like kind of just copying and updating those old Word files. And I realized today, it's like, you know what, I've got like Microsoft 365 subscription. I've got the newest version of Word. Let me just create all new files. And then I've been copying and pasting over into just brand new Word docs. Even though they're saved in this version of Word, there's still like this compatibility mode, because they're copied from older versions over the years. And I just wanted to have just nice clean files. So that's kind of what I've been doing this morning. When I write a story, when I'm doing a first draft, each chapter I kind of have in its own file. And in this particular book, there's a chapter, each chapter is 5 parts. So each part is its own separate file, Word doc. And so what I did this morning was I kind of took all those, updated them into brand new Word docs, so everything's up to date and compatible. I created a master draft, and then copied and pasted each separate file into the master draft, because I just wanted to kind of get an overall look to see. I'm just at the beginning of this new version, like this new draft one. But I just wanted to kind of get an overall look to see just how much I've actually written. Since when it's all in separate files, you really don't have that overarching like view. So I did that too this morning and just started kind of formatting the chapter sections and stuff. It'll just be easier to move through when I want to do like an edit of this draft when I'm done. It's like 21,500 words so far, and I'm really just at the opening of chapter 3. And honestly, in just kind of looking back through what I've written so far, I'm just trying to decide how I want to really write this. Because I tend to write, like this particularly, like chapter 1 has 5 parts, and each part, it's smaller sections. So the overall chapter might be 40 pages or 50 pages, but it's broken down into 5 sections, so shorter things. On the one hand, I like how it's flowing. On the other hand, I think I'm writing too sparsely. If I was writing like Stephen Erickson, this 21,000 pages, this 21,000 words would probably already be like 120,000 just to tell what I've told so far. But we'll see. I'm still working on getting the character POV voices, because some of these are new POV characters for me that I've written summaries about, but some of this is the first time I'm actually writing them as the POV itself. So still new, still a lot to work through and work out in finding their voice. So I'm not in any real rush with this because it's probably going to be some starts and stops. I might do like some side little short stories, or not even necessarily short stories, but maybe like scenes with these characters to kind of use as a mechanism to really get their POV voice dialed in properly. And I like doing that kind of stuff because it's a good way to kind of just start organically building in some backstory. So I can write a scene of something that they've been through before this particular story starts. And I might not use that actually in this book, but I'll be able to use parts of it in the actual story, because it will help flesh out who they are as a character. Because it's important to try to make sure it doesn't seem like your character didn't exist prior to page 1. You know, they have a life, and that life should be like full of memories and different things. I'm probably gonna work on some writing exercises like that, because a couple of these characters, I have them pretty dialed in, but the newer ones, I've only maybe at most written 1 scene with them. So still new, still trying to get their voices right, because at the moment, I think I've got like 13 POVs. Don't know if it'll stay that many. There's a few that I could probably just not necessarily have to have as POVs, so we'll see. But there's still plenty, and I really want to have each one have its own unique kind of voice. That's kind of what I'm working on. I plan on doing some reading today at some point, and it's just a matter of if it's going to be more Mistborn or if it's going to be more House of Chains from Malazan. Probably Mistborn. I'm still really early in, and I really want to get deeper into this story, but really loving it so far. Mistborn hooked me right away from the very opening page. Another one where I'm interested to see where in the world this story is going to go. If you've made it this far, I did a live stream video a Saturday ago, not yesterday, the Saturday before, and that was a lot of fun. I actually had a couple of people catch it live, and it was cool to interact in the live chat with them. So I'm thinking if you want me to like do any more live streams, just let me know. I recently passed 700 subscribers, so maybe I can just do kind of just a celebrating 700 subscriber live stream. Andrew's Wizardly Reads, I think. He just did one of those last night, and that was fun. I caught most of that, and it was fun to watch. Live streams are fun. I'm going to wrap up here. I am Charles, this is BookSage. Happy reading.